Welcome back to another installment of my ranked ladder adventures. I hope you guys aren't tired of this team yet, cause I'm probably gonna keep using it for a while. But if you're new, I'm gonna go over it again. I have made a few more small changes also. Alright, so Bandit Azu lead. Yes, very strong. Life Orb Diggersby, even stronger. Scarf Mag, trapping them steals. DD Knight, this is one of the things that I changed. I gave it Earthquake instead of Fire Punch since I have Magnezone to trap the steals. So Fire Punch seems kinda not that useful. Ferrothorn is the other thing that I changed. I might give this a little bit more defense, but for now I'm just gonna leave it like this. This is a different Ferrothorn. It's impish because I'm running Thunder Wave. So I really did enjoy the relaxed defensive one with Leech Seed and Protect. I thought it was really good, but I thought this team kind of lacked a bit of speed. It's pretty slow. I thought about scarfing Diggersby, but I really didn't want to lose out on the power of Life Orb. So I thought I could try Thunder Wave on Ferrothorn. We'll see how that goes. And finally, we got Tentacruel, who I also did swap out. It's the same set, it's just Liquid Ooze instead of Clear Body because Liquid Ooze works now. So I thought that would be a good thing to try. By the way, in the first battle though, at least I think it's just the first battle, maybe the first like two, I was still using my Clear Body one, and then after that I changed it to Liquid Ooze. So yeah, anyway, on to the battles. Alright, so we start off with a mirror lead, and I just go right into Ferrothorn because it's an Azumarill. It's what you do. And yeah, he just goes for Play Rough, like I expected. And I actually double back into Azumarill to scout for like a Magnezone or something, because that would bait the electric move, and then I could go into like Diggersby or Ferrothorn again or something. But he actually reveals the Volcarona, which is actually pretty spooky. I just go for, I think I waterfalled because I was afraid of it. But he goes back into Azumarill, and I do a shitload of damage with waterfall, and I flinched it. I don't actually remember what happened when I flinched it. Anyway, so he goes into Fortress, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can trap that. So I go into Magnezone to do that. And I contemplate whether or not to go for Hidden Power Fire or not, or to just try and like kill it with Thunderbolt, because being locked into Hidden Power Fire on a Magnezone is kind of not so great. But I decided that I didn't want to risk him getting up any more hazards. So I just go for HP Fire and I kill it, and he goes into Volcarona. And I'm like, well, my worst fears have been realized. So I think I just went directly into Azumarill as he Quiver Danced, as expected, and I was thinking about Aqua Jetting, but because I was like, okay, if he has Giga Drain, it doesn't matter what I do, because If I Aqua Jet it, he'll Giga Drain and heal off all the damage. If I don't Aqua Jet, like, it'd just be the same. So I go into Tentacruel because, as you've seen before, Tentacruel has dealt with Volcaronas before. And then I go into Dragonite on the Giga Drain because it's resisted, you know. I just go for Extreme Speed to try and take it out, and he reveals the Rocky Helmet Rough Skin Garchomp, and I'm like, ow. So I go into Ferrothorn because that seems like a good answer to this. And he actually goes into a Azumarill, which is strange, but fine. And then I T-Wave because I'm like, okay, he's going into Volcarona. And I got it right. And I didn't miss. And I was proud of myself. It's the little things. So I go back into Dragonite because I think I figured he would Quiver Dance. And I just Earthquake because I should outspeed and kill it. He goes back into Garchomp, and I avoid the Rocky Helmet Rough Skin because Earthquake. And I don't remember why I went into Tentacruel. I think I was sacking it, but he went into a Azumarill for some reason. I guess he was predicting the dragon move, but why would I do that? I would kill myself. So since I have this opportunity, I Rapid Spin and get rid of the hazards, which is really good for me. And Aqua Jet does literally nothing. I think, yeah, I go into Ferrothorn to get that Iron Barbs damage. Sweet, sweet Iron Barbs damage. And he does continue to Aqua Jet. But I think I go back into Tentacruel to sack it. Yeah, 'cause I didn't want him to superpower or knock off Ferrothorn, and Tentacruel was low on health anyway, so yeah. But he actually goes into Clawitzer, which is interesting. But I still sack Tentacruel anyway because this thing is a little spooky. It's actually the first time I've seen this thing. But I go to Diggersby because Diggersby, duh. And I just fire off an Earthquake because nothing wants to take that. And I was right. Nothing did take it. And he goes into Azumarill to finish me off with an Aqua Jet, but I'm like, bitch, you thought! And I take him out with a Quick Attack. Feels good, man. He goes into Garchomp, and I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure Earthquake should take you out at this point, so I just go for it. And he actually lives with like 1 HP. And I believe, yes, I switch into Ferrothorn because I want to save that last Life Orb hit on Diggersby for something like more valuable or threatening. And he reveals the Scolipede, which is interesting. It's also the first time I've seen that. I just go for Leech Seed first because I don't know. I don't know. I think because I don't think Leech Seed can miss. I think it's bugged. So I stay in, and now I paralyze him. And Megahorn did a metric fuckload of damage, and I'm like, ow. So, I'm just sacking Ferrothorn at this point because I'm pretty sure I didn't need him anymore based on his remaining team members. So I was just sacking him at this point, and he keeps getting paralyzed, which is funny, but I don't think it really matters. Oh well, I mean, I don't know. But yeah, he finally breaks through paralysis and does in fact take me out. I go into Dragonite to finish him off with the extreme speed, because, you know, I'm pretty sure he has speed boost, because why wouldn't he? So if he does, he would definitely have, like, he'd definitely be faster by now. He switches in Garchomp, which is weird because it just dies to rocks. Then he goes into Volcarona, which almost dies to rocks, and then I finish it off with a Dragon Claw. And that's the game. Next up, we got this guy with a Metagross, and I'm like, alright, he's probably gonna set up rock, so I'm just gonna knock off. He actually just bullet punches, which is, I mean, why? I mean, he probably thinks I'm Belly Drum, which is fair. I knock off, do a shitload of damage. Whoa, sorry, I had a stroke. I apparently have those a lot. But anyway, I go into Ferrothorn because he's obviously going for Bullet Punch again, and I can just take him out with Iron Barb's damage. He goes into Luxray, and I'm like, ooh, neat. I just set up my rocks because I'm really afraid of this thing. I don't even think it gets Fire Fang. If it does, I don't think it would have killed me. And he goes for Thunder, which is like, oh, okay. I see you. And I take this opportunity to go into Diggersby. And then he reveals the almighty Headbutt. And I'm like, oh shit, this dude means business. Now I'm shaking in my boots, guys. I am scared and I need an adult. So he goes into Weavile to take the frustration, because obviously that's what you do. And clearly it took it very well. So he goes into Garchomp, and I go into Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn. But he actually doesn't take the Earthquake as well as I thought, so I try to bring in my Dragonite on another EQ, but he actually makes an amazing play here and goes for Dig. This man is a fucking legend. Like, I don't... What? I don't understand at all. I guess I'm just too stupid. I can't comprehend his genius. But yeah, so since he made such an amazing play and decided to dig, I was able to set up a DD for free, and as you might be able to guess, I just sweep the rest of his team. Yeah. I still can't get over. Just give this man a round of applause. He deserves it. Alright, so anyway, next up, we got this dude, who leads with an Excadrill, and I knock off because I expect him to switch out. But he actually stays in. Which, I mean, was he also expecting me to be Belly Drum? I guess. So he does a shitload of damage with Earthquake, and I take him out. And he goes into Clawitzer, which is the second one we've seen today, which is unexpected. So I switch out into Ferrothorn, and he actually goes for Aura Sphere, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy's a fucking wizard. But I don't expect him to go for Aura Sphere again, because he could clearly take me out with like a Dark Pulse, which wouldn't have killed my Magnezone. But no, he goes for it again, and I don't really know why. But I'm sad, and I go into Diggersby, cause you know, fucking Diggersby, dude. What do you want me to say? I take it out because I don't know. Apparently, no one knows what Diggersby does, and he goes into Dusk Noir, and I go into Tentacruel because it's the only thing I feel comfortable getting burned at this point, because Ferrothorn is too low on health. I go for Scald to try and get a burn and some damage, and I do get the burn, and he goes for Pursuit. I don't know. I don't know. I go into Ferrothorn because he's burned and he's going for Pursuit. He goes into Snorlax, and I Leech Seed immediately because Snorlax. I want all that sweet, sweet health. I go in. Well, he goes into Togekiss right away, and I'm like, I have been here before. And I go into Tentacruel because, I mean, that's kind of my best thing for this. I get burned, which is actually good because that means I can't get paralyzed. I just, you know, go for Acid Spray because that's what I do. And I actually outspeed, so he can't flinch me, which is amazing, actually. He switches out into Snorlax now on my Acid Spray, and I just go... Well, I go into Azumarill first, just because it's lower on health, and I care about it less. And if he attacks, it's not that big of a deal. I go for Waterfall to get the damage, so I can hopefully take it out with Diggersby. And I do not. Is that like, it might be like fully physically defensive, actually, like, cause that like did nothing. But I am able to take it out with 2 frustrations and live with 1 more Life Orb hit. He goes into Salamence, and I go into Ferrothorn because that seems like a good idea. Cause I wanted to save the last Life Orb hit on Diggersby. And I go for Leech Seed, and he does in fact have a fire move, which unfortunately takes out my Ferrothorn, and I'm sad. And here's where things go horribly wrong. I go into Dragonite to threaten it out, and I double into Tentacruel because I thought he would go into Togekiss, because obviously I'm going to go for a dragon move, but he stays in, and he Dragon Claws, and he's able to 2-hit KO my Tentacruel, and I'm basically fucked now because he made the worst play. Like, did he predict me in some way? Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I'm so... Noobs, man. Fucking noobs. So, yeah, I'm not able to take out the Dusknoir with a Dragon Claw, which means Diggersby will die to Life Orb Recoil. I might have been able to kill Togekiss, because I think it is bold. That battle was stupid, okay? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Anyway, moving on. We got this guy. He starts with the Dragonite. I go for knockoff because I'm like, well, he's definitely gonna switch. But he doesn't, and he goes for Hurricane because fucking, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's happening anymore, really. So I go into Magnezone because I resist that, and I double back into Azumarill, thinking he's gonna switch into a ground type. But no, he stays in again and goes for Flamethrower because obviously. So this time I do stay in and play rough, but oh no, wait, I get confused and hit myself because fuck me. Yes, I am tilted. So I go into Tentacruel. This is just so fucking retarded. Like, I'm switching all over the place to play around this stupid Dragonite because his idiot got lucky. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're a lovely person, but this battle made me mad. But, okay, so I finally get to the point where I can take out this stupid fucking Dragonite. It's the bane of my existence. And he goes into Machamp, and I'm like, oh, great! Another absolutely just totally skill-based Pokemon. I love it. So I got a Tentacruel to take the fucking shit, and I gave a fucking hit myself, because of course I do. Why wouldn't I? Because fucking, this game is fair. Alright, so I go back into Azumarill, and I go for Waterfall because I don't want to miss. Because I know I'll miss. And I actually get the flinch! Fucking justice! Thank Satan. And I managed to take out the Machamp. And I live a bullet punch also, because Azumarill is the best. He reveals Whimsicott, which is another Pokemon I haven't seen before in this game. I go into Ferrothorn because, I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, I don't think it can do anything to me, really. Unless it has, like, HP Fire. I think I set up my rocks. And then I try to paralyze it, but it fails. Which is whatever. I don't really care. Whimsicott is not a threat to me. And he goes into Sudowoodo, which, I mean, just, there's been too many legends today. Like, I can't keep up with them, you know? He's cursed Sudowoodo. I just bravo. Oh, but really, I mean, that's kind of cool, honestly. I mean, I think Sudowoodo is shit, but you know, that props. But yeah, I go into Azumarill to, you know, do Azumarill things, and I kill the legendary Sudowoodo, and he goes into Electivire, and I just go for Waterfall because I don't really want to go into anything else. I just want to sack this. But he actually goes for Low Kick because he overpredicted, I think, and I guess he thought I'd go into Ferrothorn, which makes sense except for the fact that Azumarill's very low on health. And I live the Low Kick and take him out. And he goes into Togekiss and for some reason paralyzes me instead of just killing me with, like, what? And then we have this delightful exchange where he keeps roosting, waiting for me to get paralyzed so he can take me out, which doesn't make any sense. Like, why was this necessary? I don't know. Who knows? But it finally happens, and he takes out Azumarill, and I just go into Magnezone. Like, I don't know why. I literally have no idea what that was for. But for some reason, I Volt Switch out. I think because I was worried Flash Cannon wouldn't kill. So I Volt Switched into Diggersby to take it out instead and make sure Magazone. Because I was afraid, for some reason, I forgot that he was Thunderwave, so I was afraid he might live in Aura Sphere or Flamethrower. Anyway, so he brings out Whimsicott, kills Diggersby, sad times. But I go into Magazone to finish the game. Flash Cannon. This is indeed what happens. I'm glad that didn't end up like the previous game. That would have been embarrassing. So we got a Glaceon lead, because of course I go for knockoff because I expect him to switch out, and he reveals the Politoed without Drizzle because fucking new meta. And then he reveals Hyper Voice, which, I mean, I don't know what's happening, guys. What is this episode? I don't know. But yeah, so I go into Ferrothorn because I know Glaceon he's not really that threatening to me. I think I set up my rocks and then I Leech Seeded him, and then I'm gonna Thunder Wave because I just gotta finish setting up. He actually has Hidden Power Fighting, I think that is, which Ice Beam does more damage. I don't get it, but I mean, I also am not surprised that I I don't know. I go into Azumarill because Azumarill, and I think I went for Play Rough that time because I know he's gonna go back into Politoed again, and I take it out because this guy. I mean, honestly, this guy is like the easiest person to predict I've ever met. So he goes into Ampharos, and I'm like, okay, let me just bring in Diggersby because Diggersby, oh my god, Diggersby is my favorite. He's the best. He goes into Golem because of course he has a Golem, and I switch out because I was expecting Sucker Punch. I didn't want to get Sucker Punch damage, but I mean, honestly, of course this guy isn't gonna have Sucker Punch on his Golem. Like, I don't know. I was just being cautious because I didn't want it to end up like the last game. Well, no, it wasn't the last game. It was the game before the last. Because that was the worst. And he reveals Electrode, so he's got 2 electric types, because, of course. I go into Ferrothorn, because Ferrothorn. That's pretty much always my answer for why I bring in Ferrothorn. And he has Electro Ball, because of course he does. Of course. I mean, I just hit him up with a Power Whip and take him out, because it's an Electrode. It's about as sturdy as a toothpick. He actually reveals the Omastar, and I'm actually kind of scared of it. But he's running an Omastar and a Politoed, but the Politoed doesn't have Drizzle. Okay. I got you. I take it out because Ferrothorn's the best. He goes into fuck. He goes into Golem again, and I hard switch into Azumarill because I want to 6-0 this guy. Yeah, that's why I did that. Yeah, I'm just trying to 6-0 him because I don't know. It's fun. It's fun. Um, yep, that's the end of the game. And then we meet again. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. This will be fun. I knock off again. He actually protects this time to scout. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm still going for knockoff. And he just makes the same play again. Just like, okay, I don't know what the point of protect was, but whatever. I go into Ferrothorn again, like last time. This time he goes for Psychic, which... Okay. I set up my rocks again. Because... I don't know, dude. These these players, they're taking a toll on me, man. That's just too much for me. Looks like I forgot to cut that out. Whatever, it's fine. What? Nothing happened. It's fine. Everything is fine. Honestly, I don't even know what just happened because, I'm really good at this. Oh yeah, he actually has Mirror Coat on Electrode, which is like the one thing he's done that has surprised me. He's got Discharge. Okay, so okay. I think his moveset is Electro Ball, Discharge, Mirror Coat, and Gyro Ball. I think he Gyro Balled before, which is just obviously the only set for Electrode. I'm not even really commentating this match anymore, do I really need to explain what's going on? Like, do you really need me to explain? Do you? Yeah, so I acid sprayed on his Protect, and because I thought he'd go into Politoed, but okay, since he saw that I acid sprayed, I was like, okay, well now I'm just gonna Scald because he's probably not gonna go into Politoed now, and that's exactly what happens because listen, I pretty much know every play this guy's gonna make before he even knows what he's gonna do. He is that predictable. I take out Electrode again, and he goes into Omastar, and he Shell Smashes, which actually, I kind of poop my pants a little, but I break through paralysis and don't miss my Power Whip, so it was just... It's fine. He goes back into Glaceon, and finally realizes that Ice Beam is stronger than Hidden Power Fighting. I just set up a Leech Seed because it's the win button, you guys. I told you. I go into Tentacruel because Ice Beam. He freezes me, which is unfortunate, but I have Scald, so it's fine. I actually thought he might go into Politoed, but nope. Nope. He goes into Ampharos because I don't know, dude. I go into Diggersby because there's literally nothing Ampharos could do to me that would scare me. And I set off a nuke. And Ampharos is the one to die. He goes into Golem, which, that's just gonna die too. I don't thank you for this offering. I appreciate it. And then he goes into Glaceon, which, if it doesn't die to rocks, does it die? Yeah, it died to rocks. Oh, good. Okay. Okay, now he goes into Politoed. And I'm just like, well, goodbye. I, I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on anymore. Alright, so we got another guy. He starts with Staraptor. I am afraid of this. This thing is a threat, but I go into Magnezone because, well, I go into Magnezone and I pray that he doesn't close combat. And he doesn't, which is great. And I Flash Cannon right away because I was expecting a ground type. Unfortunately, he reveals the Goodra, which is probably an even bigger threat than Staraptor. But I go into Azumarill, expecting a dragon move, but he predicts that and goes for Sludge Bomb. And I'm like, oh, thank God, someone who knows what they're doing. But I go into Magnezone just because, I mean, it was predictable that I would switch into a Steel type, but I was like, Magnezone seems kind of not that useful anyway, so whatever. But he goes into, I Volt switched into Diggersby, and he actually went to Blissey, and I was like, ooh, yummy. And I go for Knockoff, because obvious, which is obvious, and that, there you go. Well, okay, so he said Staraptor, which, I mean, thank you. And he goes into Scissor, and I'm like, he's gonna go for Superpower because he knows I have a Magnezone. So, like, why would you... Oh, okay, nope, he's just gonna Swords Dance. I don't understand, but okay. So, I just go for Scald because I don't want to risk switching into anything else at this point. Now I go into Magnezone because I'm like, okay, he's probably gonna SD again to make up for the burn. But he actually goes for X Scissor, which, I mean, I live, so it's fine. I Volt Switch into Diggersby to finish him off because I want that initiative. I do take out the Scissor, which is good. And he goes into Hydreigon, which is also spooky. I go into Tentacruel because I figure he's probably gonna predict. Yeah, he Flamethrowered. Figured he'd do that. This is why I went into Tentacruel, and I think I knocked off. Yeah, I knocked off because I don't remember what I thought was gonna happen. I think I just wanted. I don't know. I don't remember. But he starts setting up Calm Minds with Slowbro, and I'm like, no. Not in my house. And I Leech Seed him, and I think I Thunder Wave him next to piss him off. And then I go and, well, no, I just Power Whip because I was thinking I might be able to kill at this point, and I actually do. Which is fantastic. I was thinking about switching to Tentacruel there because I knew he would slack off, and I would start Acid Spraying. But anyway, kill the thing. He went into Goodra. I go into Tentacruel to stack it. I live the Flamethrower, and I knock off the Assault Vest, which is, cool. I really just wanted that little bit of damage from the knockoff. And now I go into Dragonite, and I thought about DDing, but I thought it'd be better to preserve the multi-scale, because I know I can kill it with Dragon Claw, and I know I can take a hit from... Actually, no, wait. Yeah, see, I die from the Draco Meteor. I had multi-scale up, but just the Draco Meteor was too strong. I think he might be Specs. I don't know. Anyway, I go into Azumarill and I play rough because, you know, that's what you do. He was seemingly locked into Draco. I 2-KO Blissey on the Switch. And he goes into Hydreigon again. And I switch into Ferrothorn. Because I don't really know why. But I did. Oh, I wanted to, I think I wanted to paralyze him. So that Diggersby could outspeed. Because I was worried he might be able to kill Azumarill from that range. So I wanted to paralyze him so that Diggersby could outspeed. But yeah, so I go into Azumarill now, and he actually outspeeds, and Azumarill lives. And I guess he was scarfed? Well, that was an interesting episode. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.